Hello and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News on this Friday, February 13th. I'm Grant Olsen. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Two people from Quincy were injured Thursday when a motorist crashed into two parked vehicles at Highway 28 and Adams Road. The city of Wenatchee is the latest to sign on to Chelan County's Comprehensive Emergency Management Plan. We have rain in the forecast tonight with a mix of clouds and sun on tap for this weekend. Your full local weather forecast is straight ahead. An apartment complex caught fire Thursday afternoon in Wenatchee, burning one unit in a duplex and displacing a family of three. The Wenatchee Valley Fire Department responded to a call at 3:33 p.m. on the 1100 block of Knight Street in Wenatchee. The fire was contained quickly and extinguished by 4 p.m. Chief Brian Brett said the origin and cause of the fire remain under investigation, but he suspects it could have started in one of the bedrooms. There were two occupants at home, a 62-year-old woman and her 5-year-old granddaughter. They weren't injured, but a few pet birds died in the fire. The adult occupant has lived in that apartment for 30 years. Two people from Quincy were injured Thursday when a motorist crashed into two parked vehicles at Highway 28 and Adams Road. The Washington State Patrol says 77-year-old driver Bill Weeger of Moses Lake drove his 2015 Ford Mustang into a Ford Fusion and Toyota Camry that were parked on the highway shoulder about 3 miles east of Quincy. Two occupants of those vehicles, a 23-year-old man and a 48-year-old woman, were standing with the cars and became pinned between them due to that crash. Both were treated at Quincy Valley Medical Center. Intoxication did not play a part in the accident. Troopers say Weeger will face a citation for improper lane usage. Jane and Kevin Vituli, the creators of the Nick's Bricks Lego event, have been named the Grand Marshals for the 2026 Apple Blossom Youth Parade. The Vituli's son, Nicholas, died in 2016 at the age of 24. The following year, the couple established the Nicholas H. Vituli Memorial Fund and created Nick's Bricks, an annual event that welcomes hundreds of children and families to celebrate Lego play and STEM education. The Youth Parade Grand Marshal is selected through nominations and can be individuals, organizations, businesses, or families that have made a positive impact on Wenatchee Valley youth. The Vitulis will preside over the Technoplex Youth Parade, which is set for April 25th. The city of East Wenatchee will close a portion of 5th Street Northeast next week to begin infrastructure projects in the area. Over the next several months, the city will carry out construction between Jonathan Street and James Street and between Grover Street and Eastmont Avenue. The closure between Grover and Eastmont is slated to begin on Monday and be completed by mid-May. Over the course of the project, the city will add pedestrian and bicycle infrastructure and lighting and a 4-way traffic signal at the 5th and Eastmont intersection. The work is scheduled to be complete in September. When we come back, the Building Better Tomorrows Foundation is sponsoring an instrument drive to benefit local student musicians, and it's become a tradition each February for the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife to put out some special Valentine wishes drawn from its gallery of animal species. I'm Grant Olsen, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
Her Royal Highness, Ella Johnson!
Join NCWLIFE channel for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant Saturday, February 14th. The countdown to coronation starts at 6:30 with a pageant at 7. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, also by Apple Valley Honda and Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. Tune in for the Royalty Selection Pageant live on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
The City of Wenatchee is the latest to sign on to Chelan County's Comprehensive Emergency Management Plan. The 700-page document covers all possibilities for public response to a major disaster, from wildfire to cyber attack, all the way to a tsunami. The county's Emergency Management Office is the lead agency in drafting the plan, and all municipalities are required by law to adopt an updated document at least every 5 years. The Wenatchee City Council approved the latest plan Thursday night at the recommendation of Police Chief Edgar Reinfeld. The document has already been adopted by smaller cities throughout Chelan County. The Building Better Tomorrow's Foundation is sponsoring an instrument drive to benefit local student musicians. The nonprofit was founded in honor of the late Barbara Tilley, a philanthropist and wife of former Wenatchee Mayor Earl Tilley, who was also a pianist and president of the Wenatchee Valley Symphony. The foundation seeks used musical instruments that can be refurbished. The donations will be distributed to music students in the Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, and Kashmir school districts. Instruments can be dropped off at Grace Lutheran Church on Washington Street in Wenatchee, and cash donations are also accepted. It's become a tradition each February for the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife to put out some special Valentine wishes drawn from its gallery of animal species. From bats to otters to a reminder to help prevent aquatic invasive species, there's probably a special wish that applies to the outdoorsy love of your life. You can view the full gallery on the agency's Facebook page. Coming up next, we meet the final 2 top 10 candidates for Apple Blossom Royalty, with the Royalty Selection Pageant just 1 day away. Nice weather is expected this weekend, with the possibility for rain and snow in the forecast early next week. I'll have your local weather details coming up, along with Eric Granstrom with a look at all things sports as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues after these messages.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCWLIFE and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Well, we're about 24 hours away from the Apple Blossom Selection Pageant for 2026. The Queen and her royal court, who will preside over the Apple Blossom Festival, will be chosen tomorrow night, and we'll be there bringing you the whole program starting at 7 p.m. right here on this channel. Eric Granstrom takes his final lap this weekend as our host for that event. He's been interviewing the top 10 candidates for Queen all week. Tonight, we meet our final 2 hopefuls, Brielle Precht and Kaylee Pearsons.
I'm from Eastmont High School, and I'm super excited for this opportunity.
Why did you decide to run for Apple Blossom?
I decided to run for Apple Blossom. I think it's been a lifelong goal of mine just to do it. I've always grown up and seen other girls do it, and I've always thought it was such a cool thing. I've always loved being involved in my community. I do a lot of community involvement and FBLA, clubs, all of it, and I just think it would be a really fun way to interact and involve. And I think it would just be fun to inspire other girls with medical conditions or not. I have type 1 diabetes, so I think it would be really fun to represent other kids and just show them that they can also do it too.
Do you have any personal knowledge of anybody who's been part of the Royal Court in the past?
Yes, so Ella Johnson, I'm really good friends with her, so that's been really fun. I also am friends with Ella Stimmel's younger brother Payson, and so yeah, it's been really fun to kind of like see their processes.
So what's been the most, in this process, you go through so much, what's been the most unique part of it for you so far?
I think the most unique part of it was probably the Apple tour. So that was really fun. My grandpa, he's kind of involved in the Apple industry. So just to see how that all works and the behind the scenes, that was an awesome experience.
I'm reading your bio, and there was a couple of things that jumped out. Rugby and nails.
Yes, a very unlikely combo.
How can you? Okay, explain that one for me.
Yes, so I started playing rugby last year, and I've been a volleyball player all my life, and I just kind of decided to go to rugby, and it was kind of interesting. It was like the first practice I just jumped in, and it was like the time of my life. I think I'm a really like non-aggressive person, like normally, like I'm very calm, not aggressive at all, but it's so fun to just get in there in rugby and just be able to tackle and like get the ball and everything. I have so much fun with it. It's been a blast. I love it.
So how are you sporting nails while you're doing rugby?
Yes, I do. Oh. So I had a little career as a nail tech, so I do those on the side, and I have it like out of my house. It's called Nails by Bree 509. Anyway, and I have people come to my house, and I do their nails, and it's just fun. I think it's a really fun way to get creativity out, and it's productive, which I really like.
So 10 years from now, I see you. Who are you, and what are you doing?
I want to be a nurse. I really want to be an ER nurse, maybe eventually a flight nurse. Also, right now, I'm in the process of making an app for kids with type 1 diabetes, and I'm in the funding stage right now. So hopefully I can get my funding so I can really get it started. And yeah, that's kind of what I want to do.
I'm a senior, obviously, at East Wenatchee High School. I'm taking one running start class and the rest of my classes at the high school. Keep a pretty busy schedule, and I love hiking, working with kids, and working with my dog.
Why did you decide to run for Apple Blossom?
I've always felt like Apple Blossom is obviously such an important part of our community, and of course a big part of my life. And so I really wanted to be part of that impact on the community and be a good role model for everyone around me.
What's been the most unique experience for you so far?
Most unique experience was probably visiting Columbia Packers. It was really fascinating to see all of the different work that goes into just one part of our apple industry and our orchards, and it was a lot of fun to see all of that.
Did you guys get a chance to taste some apples too?
They did send some apples home with us. They were good.
Nice. Your bio is available online. If they go to appleblossom.org, they can read all about you. Now you provided the information for that, right?
That's right.
Okay, so it's kind of a resume for you of what you like and what you do. There was one on there that I'd never heard of before, so you got to help me out.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm going to ask you?
Is it about junk journaling?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'd never heard that term before. Junk journaling. Look it up. So what is junk journaling?
So I started a couple months ago, and I found somebody doing it online, and I'm like, I want to try that. But it's basically saving different pieces of trash or junk from throughout your day. So a movie ticket stub, or the piece off of your popcorn container, or something like that. And you glue them down in a notebook or something like that, like a scrapbook, to kind of journal through your day with all of the junk that you would have just thrown away.
Okay. So how thick is your junk journal, or do you have more than one?
I have just one right now. It started about this thick, and I'm halfway through it. It's about this thick now.
Oh my gosh.
I've got clamps on it to try and keep it down. It doesn't work very well. But
yeah. So what's the most unique thing we would find in your junk journal?
I have a lot of drawings that I do by myself of like memories.
Okay.
I have a drawing of my backpack from when a little girl was commenting on it, because there's princesses on it. And so I just to remember that memory, I drew that and put it in there.
Okay.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you had a great end to this work week. And Friday, it wasn't too bad. We did have a lot of clouds out there today, and as we look up valley towards Kashmir, you can see that here. A lot of those darker clouds hanging over the Cascades, and we do have rain showers in our forecast, so keep that in mind this evening and maybe into our early morning hours tomorrow. And that's not going to be the end of it. I think we'll get a break from the wet stuff this weekend, though. That's good news for us. I think Saturday and Sunday, just a mix of clouds and sun here. But then as we get into Monday through about Wednesday, we are going to see scattered mountain snow showers and an increased chance that we could see some snow even here in the lowlands as we get into the early part of next week. And we'll talk more about that in a second. Unofficially today, our high temperature, can you believe that? We were below normal today. Unofficially at 38, 41 is where we should be for this time of year. Our record high, 59 degrees, and that was set in 1971. We were at 30 this morning. 27 is our normal low for this time of year. And for the third day in a row last year, our record low year. And on this date today, 7 degrees last year. Sunrise 7:09 and the sunset is at 5:22. All right, taking a look at what we can expect getting into the upcoming weekend. Temperatures will be warmer tomorrow. As I mentioned, a mix of clouds and sun, especially on Saturday. 46 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 45 Quincy, Ellensburg, here in Wenatchee, and then just slightly cooler up Highway 97. Higher elevations also just a little bit cooler. Leavenworth 43 tomorrow, and Lake Wenatchee, your high temperature 42 degrees. Tonight here at home, we expect cloudy skies. There is this just slight trough of low pressure and a larger one off the coast of California, and that's implying some pretty moist air into our area. A 60% chance of rain, as I mentioned tonight. Overnight lows in the low 30s for your Valentine's Day on Saturday. Not too bad. Mostly cloudy skies out there. Our low pressure kind of just sits off the coast of California, and it'll just bring us some clouds. Highs in the mid 40s on Saturday. For Sunday, mostly sunny, and it'll be a nice way to end this weekend. We will see afternoon high temperatures still slightly above normal in the low and mid 40s for Sunday. And then as we kick off our next work week, I think you're going to get a little bit wet. Cloudy skies on President's Day. Here is our jet stream, folks, and a big trough of low pressure underneath the western United States, and that'll bring that 40% chance for a rain snow mix on Monday. Highs about 40 degrees. For Tuesday, this is what you're going to wake up to. About a 50% chance for morning rain, and then just mostly cloudy skies as we get into Tuesday afternoon. Will once again stay pretty consistent with high temperatures around 40 degrees, and not much change as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, except it's going to be a little drier. Mostly cloudy on Wednesday, maybe just an isolated sprinkle or two Wednesday afternoon. High temperatures in the low 40s, and then by the end of our forecast on Thursday, once again, mostly cloudy skies. A large area of high pressure is pushing in, though, but a lot of clouds associated with it. We'll see that Thursday with high temperatures again right around 40 degrees. All right, time to take a look at your 7-day forecast, brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. 33 degrees overnight tonight. Really not a bad weekend ahead. Clouds tomorrow and 45. Not as many clouds on Sunday, but just slightly cooler at 43. And then a couple of wet days as we get you into Monday and Tuesday. Anywhere from a 40 to 50% chance of rain. And yes, snow. Keep that in mind next week with highs in the low 40s. And then some drier weather with mostly cloudy skies Wednesday and Thursday, with once again high temperatures right around 40 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Highness Ella Johnson.
Join NCWLIFE channel for live coverage of the Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant Saturday, February 14th. The countdown to coronation starts at 6:30 with a pageant at 7. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, also by Apple Valley Honda and Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. Tune in for the Royalty Selection Pageant live on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Finally Friday to you. The football season just ended and the baseball season is here. Pitchers and catchers officially had their first workout of the Mariners season in Peoria yesterday as spring training got underway. Manager Dan Wilson primed for another long run in 2026.
You know, and for us getting started down here, I'm really happy. You know, it's been one day. It's only a handful of guys, that got off the mound yesterday, but just from all the work that these guys have put in this off season, there's a ton of guys down here early, which is a great sign for us. There's a lot of guys that are having to be ready for the WBC here pretty early, and they have accomplished that as well. Some guys off the mound yesterday looked very good and very strong. So couldn't be happier with the way that day one has gone. And
a new face in camp this season is free agent Brendan Donovan. He came to Seattle just a couple of days after Eugenio Suarez left to join the Reds. Donovan says he's thrilled about the opportunity in Seattle.
Yeah, so it was my first time ever being traded, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but I thought it went smooth. I knew when I got the call from Jerry, I was like, okay, this is a real thing. And immediately after talking to my family, we're just excited. Obviously you see the history of this organization and kind of what the team did last year, and then immediately after, just the welcoming fact of just guys were just so welcoming to my family and I, and to me that's very important. So, like I said, very excited. The excitement in the building, just seems like an overall just great group of people.
Seattle's first Cactus League game is a week from today against the San Diego Padres. Well, the Eagles were soaring high in men's college basketball last night. Eastern Washington's Isaiah Moses led the way with 19 points as the Birds beat Idaho State 88-75. Eastern is back home tomorrow at 2 o'clock against Weber State on ESPN+. Washington hosts Minnesota tomorrow night at 6. That'll be on the Big Ten Network. Number 12 Gonzaga plays at Santa Clara tomorrow night at 7:30. That's on ESPN. Eastern women not quite as successful against Idaho State last night, falling 77-65. Portland traveled to Pullman and beat Washington State 68-61. Gonzaga came out on top on the road in San Diego 66-56. Eastern plays at Weber State tomorrow 1 o'clock on ESPN+. Gonzaga is also on the road at Loyola Marymount. That'll be at 2. Washington hosts Oregon Sunday at 5 o'clock. That's on the Big Ten Network. Wenatchee will try to get back on the winning track in Western Hockey League play tonight. Wilder home in the Town Toyota Center with Kelowna coming to town. 7 o'clock puck drop as Wenatchee will try to bounce back from that 8-4 loss a couple of nights ago. After tonight, Wenatchee travels to Spokane Saturday at 6:05. They'll finish the weekend back home Sunday against the Chiefs at 4 o'clock at the TTC. Eastmont girls were not able to celebrate senior night the way they wanted to last night. Eisenhower came out on top and beat the Wildcats 67-56. Eastmont will have a play-in game for the district tournament next Tuesday. Last night was the first round of the District 5 1A tournament. Royal took care of Omak 74-30. Cashmere edged Cascade 38-32. Wapano topped Natchez Valley 57-46. Zilla cruised by Coyote Benson 69-21. District 5 1B tournament. Wilson Creek stopped Soap Lake 51-44. Mosley Christian down Entiat 61-28. Eastmont boys season came to an end last night at home, falling to Eisenhower 81-70. The Wildcats finished last in the Big Nine at 1-11. Girls District 5 2B tournament moves on, and Eastmont Wenatchee decides for tomorrow. White Swan faces Lake Roosevelt and Eastmont today, and the Okanagan takes on Tri-Cities Prep at Wenatchee High School tonight. Wenatchee girls finish the regular season on the road at Davis tonight at 5:30, while Moses Lake celebrates seniors at home against Sunnyside. In boys play tonight, District 5 1B tournament finds Wilson Creek at Oroville Hall at 6. The District 5 2B tournament has Goldendale and Bridgeport playing at Wenatchee High School. Liberty Bell faces the Tri-Cities Prep at 7:30 at Wenatchee. Tonasca boys play Warden at 7:30 at Eastmont. District 5 1A tournament continues with the second round tonight. Omak visits Connell and the loser out game at 6. Royal hosts Chelan. Cashmere plays at Zilla. Regular season wraps up for the Big Nine tonight with Wenatchee at Davis and Moses Lake hosting Sunnyside at 7:30. Here's what's on tap tomorrow. Moses Lake Christian plays at Pateros at noon in the District 5 1B tournament. Waterville Mansfield hosts Wilson Creek at 2. District 5 2B tournament has Mabton at Brewster at 1 o'clock. And in the District 5 1A tournament, County Benton plays at Cascade at 2. Omak visits Natchez Valley at 3. Cashmere plays at Zilla at 6 o'clock. Boys play tomorrow. Waterville Mansfield hosts Garden City Academy in the District 5 1B tournament. That'll be at 3:30. District 5 2B tournament continues at Wenatchee High School with the winner between Tri-Cities Prep and Liberty Bell facing Columbia Burbank at 4. Kittitas faces Okanagan also at 4 o'clock. Winner between Goldendale and Bridgeport plays winner between Warden and Tonasca. That'll be at Eastmont with a time to be determined. District 5 2A tournament. Quincy plays at Ellensburg tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. One final note here. Nearly 10 years ago, I joined NCWLIFE channel. I thought it was funny that they hired a guy with a perfect face for radio to be on TV. I was surrounded by a bunch of old radio guys, so it only makes sense. We are tasked to create something out of nothing, pretty much. That's exactly what we did. Shortly thereafter, we were broadcasting sports, doing morning show, and creating a newscast. We worked together to take what many in town thought was a new church with the logo out front and the stained glass window, and we built it into an actual TV station. It has not been easy. It has involved incredibly long hours. The reward has been to provide a mirror and spotlight on the communities we call home. I've been privileged to share this journey with some incredibly talented people, dedicated people. We've shared a bunch of laughs, many bumps and bruises, and even a few tears. Today is my last day. It is my end, but NCWLIFE will roll on. Thank you to Brenda Mandelis for taking a chance at a guy with a perfect face for radio and putting him on TV. Most importantly, thank you to my amazing Marion for supporting me and for giving me my schedule and my many shortcomings. I love you. To you, the audience, thanks for watching and have a great weekend.
And that will do it for this Friday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olsen. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great weekend.
The viewers are going to miss you. Your coworkers are going to miss you. I'm going to miss you. I know that wherever your talents take you, they're going to be well suited to the job at hand. And I wish you all the best of luck.
It's been wonderful working with you for the last 9.5 years at NCWLIFE Channel. You've got this. Diana and I are going to miss you very much.
Eric, I don't know where you're going, but it'll be awesome wherever you are, and we'll miss you.
Eric, we're going to miss you. Love you. Cheers.
We'll miss hearing you talk sports with Grant. Your knowledge base of local sports will be hard to replace.
Hey Eric, you'll be missed a lot. I really appreciate and really enjoyed following your sports stuff and your Apple Blossom stuff.
I just wanted to thank you for everything you've done for NCWLIFE. All the time and energy you put in is greatly appreciated, and I wish you luck wherever you land.
Hey Eric, I want to thank you for all that you've meant to NCWLIFE over the years. Love your sports reports, respect your knowledge of everything local sports, and sure appreciate all the hard work that you put in.
Your compassion, I'll tell you what, and your dedication, the long nights, the early mornings, none of us could compare to you here at this station, and thank you so much for that. And also thank you, Eric, because you made everything we did here at the NCWLIFE channel seem worth it, and that's big. Man, we love you, best wishes, and take care.
He is just absolutely amazing at what he does and the dedication that he has. And I think a lot of his dedication comes from his passion for what he does. The next company that's going to get him is just going to be amazed with him. And all I know is, boo, good things are ready to come. So on that note, go NCWLIFE.